EVE Online's only source for news from Notoros. Mingle with the elite. Visit Notoros today. The Church of RNGesus is taking full credit for the drone behavior reversal by the powers that be. A written statement from the utmost of the Planet 3 Orthodox Church of RNGesus reads as follows. Do you see what happens when you have the power of RNGesus on your side? Get on my level. You don't even want to know what happens if I've got to pull it out and wipe it off and stick it back up, because RNGesus provides an ass whooping if you don't get it straight. Suck my dick from the back. Amen. In outstanding tourism performances, we see Thunk Norluweg fill 35 million ISK worth of buy orders in a few hours, and we see Kirkalto throw down 14 million ISK transactions. Kirkalto put 65 million ISK in his pocket in one day's work to be this week's top tourist. Thinking of visiting Notoros? Wednesday on or after 1500, the Visit Notoros Tourism Center is planning a Bring Your Own Fireworks moon detonation. Come get your moon mining fix while they are still moving too fast to catch 'em. In market news, Signal 5s and Noise 5s are available at the Planet 5 station, as well as Dose 1s and Dose 2s. Get drugged up on velocity boosters and yeet your fleet from Notoros, the best system in New Eden. A slow week in the sports arena. Several unfit ships killed in faction warfare. Hail Adam with the big points total this week at 16, when his Enyo soloed a mining barge. Stay aligned, industrialists. Dogi sitting atop the leaderboard this week with 6 kills. And then E-Tier comes through again with the kind of bling that would make Beyonce blush. A Moracha. The Moracha was the first place reward for the Alliance 11 tournament. Honestly, this mining barge should be flattered. Not very many Capsuleers have died to this ship. Enigma doesn't even cover it. Seeing this thing is like seeing the Chupacabra humping a Sasquatch's leg. Out of respect, and admiration, and jealousy, if we are being honest, the Notoros News would now like to pay tribute to the event horizon of this ship.
Tears have been shed. Blood has been spilled. Billions of ISK lost, and thousands of man-hours have earned nothing but failure. Space is now littered with the wrecks and corpses of those who have failed in their task. But for these two teams, these most elite of the elite, none of that matters anymore. They have laid waste to all who have opposed them. But only one of them can win this coveted title. Who will become the champions of New Eden? This is the 11th Alliance Tournament Final.
The Moracha. It was in this battle that sperm connected with egg, and this monster was conceived.
Hello everyone, this is CCB Fozzie here with Shadu.
I have not been able to get a firm number on how many Morachas have ever existed, but I am able to see how many have been lost. 7 Morachas have been removed from New Eden forever. I assume the total number of ships was less than 20 to begin with. So I'm going to sit back and sip my coffee and watch the gods of old do battle back in 2013. And I'm going to think about how this bad motherfucker is still flying one around 7 years later.
Huge choice. And they're going straight for the Logi, I'm sure. The Scimitar, both
teams are going for the Scimitar trade. The Pandemic Legion Scimitar is now whipped, Tinking is whipped, while Count Monte Carlo is whipped, scrambled, and nuded, and painted.
Both are using ASBs to repair themselves, right? To see which one goes in first. It's all going to be about who can get the damage applied faster. These rattlesnakes are already on top and nuding the Scimitar. They are brawling rattlesnakes right up with this Claymore Gila team. And the Scimitar of Count Monte Carlo is going down faster. It is in low shield. It looks like the reps just aren't enough. It's going to go down first, but Tinking is going to go down. I'm sure Tinking will also die.
Will absolutely go down.
But that is a first blood for PL. Scimitar down for,
chunks of Tinking are shedding. He is in deep hole, and he is down.
So, both teams have lost their Scimitars now. There is no logistics on the field. Now it's up to Harpy primary now for PL. They're trying to kill off the frigates for Hydra Reloaded. Meanwhile, it looks like we've got a web on the Vulture there for PL and some damage onto the Hawk. We'll have to see which ship, Harpy already down, which ship Hydra primaries with all their damage right away. Damage is slow applying though to the PL team.
A little bit strange decision by Pandemic Legion to primary these Harpies instead of going for damage. What do you think about this?
I think they want to get the tackle off the field so that they can get their, their smaller ships get the transversal.
Now Gila by Amber Saint is tackled now and nuded. He must be right in there with their Shadowless.
There you go. So that's two Harpies down.
Scabarius, Rattlesnake of Pandemic Legion, is now taking damage. He is in half shields, taking serious damage.
He has both of these Claymores right on top of him.
He is not able to rep through this. The Rattlesnake is now falling into red. Shortly,
if that Rattlesnake goes away, that's going to be a lot of the damage off the field. It looks like they're actually trying to get some damage onto the Claymore of Hard SP and also onto the heel of Amber Saint. No, all right, there you go. Most of it's on the heel of Amber Saint. Amber Saint is going down, but it looks like Admiral Bears will go down around the same time, and that is a good trade for Hydra Reloaded.
That is an absolutely good trade. A Gila for a Rattlesnake is a trade that you should and could and absolutely have to take. However, the Gila belonging to Amber Saint goes down before.
They're going to go down very close to each other.
Is in structure,
and
he is in trouble, and he is
there we
down.
Go. All right, so now
that
the
is
next
a massive
Gila,
chunk of Pandemic Legion's damage.
We got another Gila now tackled by the frigates for PL, so that's where their next damage is going to be applied to. Meanwhile, the Rattlesnake of Hands is under a lot of fire as well. I think this Gila is going to go down a lot faster than the Rattlesnake just because of the huge amount of buffer these Rattlesnakes have. But one way or another, once the Gilas go off the field and the Rattlesnakes go off the field, there's a lot more damage on the Hydra team from those two Claymores.
That's right, absolutely. The Gila belonging to a name I cannot pronounce is now falling into armor. It is in structure. It is absolutely going down here very quickly.
For a long time.
Hans is hanging on there. He's absolutely hanging on there.
There's tackle right away on Rakamar. Now, for these Gilas for Hydra Reloaded, what they needed to do was get far away, spread out. They're dropping their sentry wounds. They don't need to be anywhere near this field. The fact that they got tackled so fast is really, really bad news for them. Good piloting by the PL frigates, bad piloting by the Hydra Reloaded.
However, this Rattlesnake belonging to Hans is now in trouble. He is in low shields. He is probably on ASP.
PL needs to kill this Gila before they lose the Rattlesnake, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
If this Gila hangs on just long enough for this Rattlesnake to die, and the Rattlesnake
I cannot call who's going to win this fight. This is going to be the Rattlesnake and Gila are going to die around the same time, it looks like. Wow.
Right, but that is a massive chunk of damage gone from Pandemic Legion side. It's going to be close here.
There we go, and they both explode. Well, the Gila's gone. Rattlesnake is going to be falling in just a moment. It looks like they're going to try to pick off the frigates first. We are going to see an entire wing of assault frigates versus two Claymores.
Wow.
Hans is pulling back some shield though.
He's pulling back. He's probably
did he get a reload? I'm going to watch. Keep an eye on him. I don't know if he's going to do it. No, he's going to die. He's going to die. There he goes down.
Hans is down. Both Rattlesnakes on Pandemic Legion side now down with Hydra Reloaded, only with two Claymores, Stiletto, and two Merlins.
Now
it looks like Pandemic Legion goes for these frigates. Absolutely. Hydra Reloaded technically could lose here on points if they do not kill these Harpies fast enough. Tycoonian in a Harpy, however, has been caught. He is webbed and he is taking heavy fire and he is going to go down. That is down. That is one.
So, and another Harpy is tackled. Very, very importantly, killing that Harpy will put Hydra up on points.
It looks like Pandemic Legion remaining frigates have chosen to
They're going to burn down the Claymore. They're going to try to burn down Hard.
I cannot but feel that this is a bad decision of Pandemic Legion's side. They are going to lose this because his Claymores are right on top of button, and his Claymore can and will tank them.
Heart SP in his Claymore does have an ASB running. However, he can't have too many more charges left on it. So we're going to keep an eye on how long he boosts and how long... Oh, I think he's done. I don't see a boost on him.
Yeah.
He's going into armor.
Heart
He's
SP
not
has
boosted.
now run out of his boost.
If they kill this, they're going to be so far ahead on points. They can just run the frigates away. Oh, wow. All right, the damage...
But the Harpy now has gone.
Flycatcher now tackles the Flycatcher as well. That Claymore of Heart SP is moving. He is moving far away. The damage has turned a lot off him. He is down into structure, but the damage has slowed down so much.
And he might here be able to reload his ASB.
It's going to be close. There it explodes.
Down.
All right, PL is now up by, 5 points here. 5 points ahead for PL. If they can avoid the Claymore, I don't think the Merlin Stiletto can kill. Oh, Hawk is tackled. Hawk is Seamus Orzov is tackled.
But so is Raimo in a Stiletto. I feel like Pandemic Legion needs to go here for the frig tackles. They need to clear off these frigates, and then they need to kite away as far as possible from this Claymore. This Vulture, of course,
Seamus does not have the Claymore on him yet. Seamus does not have the Claymore on him yet. It's the Stiletto that has him tackled. If they can take down these frigs, they can just kite for the rest of the match and win on points.
Right, and Seamus Orsos is no longer tackled. He is now free.
And the Stiletto of Raimo,
the Stiletto of Raimo is dead. Oh, Hydra, what a match. Hydra Reloaded left with a single Claymore, 2 Merlins white.
Hydra needs to catch these frigs.
3
also,
Hawks, a Hook,
Hydra
and a
could,
Vulture.
they've got 4 minutes, they could kill this Vulture. Potentially.
Potentially they could. It depends if that Vulture is ASP fit or not. Donko is a fairly good pilot here. What he will be doing is trying to move as far away from his Claymore as possible.
He's like 90 clicks away from the Claymore right now. He is you'll see him on your screen. He's the one right up at the top there. He's doing exactly the right thing. He's going to slow this down. So, it looks like the Vulture is going to be the only thing that Hydra can catch. Everyone else is too fast. Unless they make big piloting mistakes, then only the Merlins will be able to catch these frigs. That means they need to burn down a Vulture in 3 minutes 27 seconds. I don't know if they can do that with only a Claymore and 2 Merlins.
No, this seems to go currently on Pandemic Legion's way. If they can kill these Merlins here fairly fast with these Hawks, while managing to avoid tackle on this Vulture, it all now comes down to how good of a pilot Dunkel 101 is. Early on in the day and early in the match, CCP Dolan said that Dunkel is the worst pilot in BO and worst player of SC2.
Now it comes down. Today.
He did indeed. Now the Merlin of Ice Helia
but
is
the Hawk
in
of
structure.
Seamus is also taking a lot of damage. Looks like he's got a lot of fire on him.
Caught. He has been he's not
wet,
tackled,
but it looks like the Merlins are shooting
quite a lot of damage. The Merlin of Ice Helia here is in structure, but he is now kiting away. He is MWing away, and he goes down. This leaves only a single Merlin on the Hydra Reloaded side that can potentially be fast enough to tackle this Garmin in a Claymore.
Garmin is chasing down the Vulture. Garmin in his Claymore is not going after the frigs. He is after that Vulture. His goal is going to be to overload, take down the Vulture. Hope that it has a fairly weak tank. It's possible.
Wow.
If it's a forward-link Vulture and has a command processor, it could have a very weak tank.
Yes,
also,
absolutely.
Danko is incredibly clet's the arena edge there.
Now the question is, of course, even if he manages to kill this Vulture, is that enough points?
Let's see here. Let's see. 4. It'll be tied.
We don't know who's going to win. That's how close this is. 2 minutes remaining on the match.
If the Vulture dies,
101 is now webbed. He is webbed by this Claymore. The Claymore has gotten on top of it.
But will it be able to kill him? 1 minute 52 seconds.
1 minute 52
I don't
seconds.
think
Will he have enough damage to kill him?
They're right on the edge of the arena. They also possibly he might try to bump him out of the arena.
Absolutely. But the thing to watch out here is, does this Vulture have an ASP or not?
Yep.
Will he be boosting or not? Do we see boost effects going on the Vulture?
We haven't yet seen boost effects on him. Haven't yet seen, but he is going down so slowly. Do you know what this may be? Like, if this Claymore was a Sleipnir, then it would win.
Getting quite a lot of damage on him as well.
Yeah, blasting the Vulture. You know what? If this Claymore was a Sleipnir, then this Vulture
the Vulture just boosted. The Vulture just boosted.
He's got an ASP.
Has an ASP
He's
on.
going to be
there
fine.
Is no way in 1 minute 15 seconds
now,
that Hydra Reload
they
is
are
able to break
still
through
very
this
close to the
Vulture.
arena edge, but other than an arena violation, I think we're about to see Pandemic Legion winning the 11th Alliance tournament
and
in a
Garmin,
squeaker.
Perhaps
Garmin,
sweet
the leader of the Hydra Reloaded Alliance,
the leader of the Hydra Reloaded here, to be the last one to witness the utter humiliation.
All right, Danko is still taking some damage,
Hydra Reloaded,
but I don't think it's going to be enough. I really don't think it's going to be enough. Now, I was saying before, we saw this is the setup that they took. They copied it from Exodus. However, the Exodus version had a Sleipnir.
Correct. So somehow Pandemic Legion must have
But if Garmin was a Sleipnir, he probably would have been able to kill the Vulture, because that's twice the DPS.
Correct. They went on to this match about 1/5 of their DPS down simply by that.
And I think that may have
ban.
swung it. We may have actually seen a situation where it came down to the bans banning out the exact ship they were trying to field, and that swung this entire match. That was enough for this razor-thin match to turn it around.
And
15
Claymore off
seconds left.
Garmin.
It's possible he might die one way or another. It doesn't matter.
Wow,
this is going
match...
to be a Pandemic Legion victory in the 11th Alliance tournament. The last tournament they won was the 8th Alliance tournament. It's been a couple years. Seamus Orzaz.
Back after 2 years of a losing streak, wanting to show the rest of the odds how it's done, and he has done it. Congratulations to Pandemic Legion and Seamus Orzaz.
That is it. Garmin will survive, but that doesn't matter. That is the end of Alliance Tournament 11, 5th match of a best 3 out of 5. Pandemic Legion, 3 matches to 2, has been victorious after already losing yesterday in their own series to Hydra Reloaded, coming back through the losers bracket.
What a comeback!
That is unbelievable. Wow.
Oh my God.
Congratulations to both of these teams. These two teams are both really coming out of this very rich. They're both getting 50 prize ships, so they got to be happy about that.
Pandemic Legion has been bragging here by beating Hydra Reloaded, being 2 wins down. They came back the underdog of this match. Congratulations. Well done, guys. And with that, we're going to pass you back to Soundwave.
And that is the news from Notoras. Where else can you see a Moracha, briefly, before it kills you? Nowhere but Notoras.